There is bombshell news coming out of Congress that more Republicans are set to resign by the end of the year, which could give the Democrats the majority before 2026. This is real. Here's the headline. Marjorie Taylor Greene's decision to walk away could only be the start of a deeper implosion inside the House GOP, reports the Daily Beast. They go on to say, furious House Republican warns more explosive resignations are coming. This is an absolute bombshell. And what's happening here is there are actual Republicans that want to govern, believe it or not. Yes, they've been cowardice, but they have the biggest coward on the planet in Moses Mike Grinder Johnson, who every single day gets in front of a camera and speaks for an audience of one. He has completely abdicated all of his power to Kanks, who is flailing, dementia, sucking up to Zoran Mamdani. Hey, yeah, call me a fascist. I don't care. The Republicans are in complete disarray. Jake Sherman elaborates on the mess. A few other GOP members messaged us over the weekend saying that they too are considering retiring in the middle of the term. Here's one particularly exercised senior House Republican. This is a quote. This entire White House team has treated all members like garbage. All. And Mike Johnson has let it happen because he wanted it to happen. That is the sentiment of nearly all appropriators, authorizers, hawks, doves, rank and file. The arrogance of this White House team is off-putting to members who are run roughshod and threatened. They don't even allow little wins like announcing small grants or even responding from agencies. Not even the high profile, the regular rank and file random members are more upset than ever. Members know they are going into the minority after the midterms. More explosive early resignations are coming. It's a tinderbox. Morale has never been lower. Mike Johnson will be stripped of his gavel and they will lose the majority before this term is out. You guys, this is earth-shattering. MAGA is in shambles. We've been calling it. It started with the MAGA influencers. It started with the podcasters. You can see that you have the Russian assets within the administration cooperating and bending the knee to Putin, while Marco Rubio, who's a total piece of shit, calls senators and is like, hey, this is Russian propaganda on the Ukraine peace deal. There are so many people in Congress that cannot stand this president. They cannot stand Moses Mike Grinder Johnson, but that base is so vile and so reprehensible.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and make yourself comfortable because today's political drama is hotter than a Florida summer with no AC. So, MAGA voters are furious at Trump. Marjorie Taylor Greene just resigned, and Trump is reportedly terrified that other Republican members might follow her out the door, right? Now, the MAGA movement is suddenly looking like a Wi-Fi signal. Strong 1 minute, gone the next. And honestly, could this be the beginning of the end? Grab your popcorn because this episode is about to be a whole ride.
Why don't we check in with some of the MAGAs online and see how they're doing? I'll give you a hint. They're not doing too well. This MAGA civil war, MAGA is imploding. And it's happening quicker than I had anticipated. And a lot of them are turning on Trump. I have been telling you guys this. I know a lot of people in this audience don't believe it. But that's only because you don't go and see what these MAGAs are saying to each other. Because I promise you, if you did, you would realize that MAGA is imploding and that many of them are turning on Trump, just like I've been telling you. So why don't we just take a look at a few of them. This is Twitter. And I promise you, every single one of these accounts is a real account. And they are right-wing. They were, every damn one of them were fully MAGA, and now not so much. So let's take a look at some of these in no particular order. These are just some I some that I came across. Just scrolling through, I just came across. These aren't even the greatest examples. I could have spent some time looking for some really, really juicy nuggets, but these just popped up. And these are representative of what I see all the time. So let's take a look at this guy. I've got a couple from him. His name is Clint Russell. He is, let me see. Why don't we take a look at him? He's the host of something called the Liberty Lockdown. He's got 275,000 followers, so pretty good size account. And he writes, Trump is let me move this down for you. There we go. Trump is going to be impeached and removed from office. Calling it now. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Massey defended him tirelessly during the Russia collusion hoax. Now he's dancing on her grave and calling Massey the worst congressman in American history. Trump is compromised. So he posted this clip of Trump, this little video clip, and here's what Trump had to say.
Are you willing to forgive Congresswoman Taylor Greene?
Forgive for what? No, I just disagreed with her philosophy. She started backing perhaps the worst Republican congressman in our history, this stupid person named Massey. And I said, go your own way. And once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived the primary. But I think she's a nice person. Okay.
So that pissed off Mr. Clint Russell here. And again, he said Trump's going to be impeached. He's calling it now. He's pissed off that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey have been, that Trump has been attacking them. And this Marjorie Taylor Greene thing is a real fault line. Now, I've been talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene for the last couple weeks. And then when she announced her resignation Friday night, I talked about her quite a bit yesterday. And this is the point. The point is not whether or not you believe that Marjorie Taylor Greene is changed in any way. That's not the point. The point about it is this is a fault line. This is dividing MAGA. That's what's important about this. Okay? That's what's important about all of this. Trump is dividing MAGA. Now, I think one of the reasons why people are turning on Trump is not just because he is attacking someone who they view as, one of them, but I think it's because Trump is so weak. He's sitting in the mid-30s. The last poll has him at 35% approval, 62% disapproval. The Republican Party, if what is happening now continues and we're in the same place or worse for Republicans a year from now, they're going to get friggin' destroyed in the midterms. And this is all because of Trump. And they know this. His weakness, the fact that he's destroying their party, this is all making them begin to turn on him. He's a fucking lame duck. He's not going to be their candidate ever again. So they don't have to defend him because he's the future of their party. All of these things are causing them, many of them, to turn. And I see it more and more every single day. And this Marjorie Taylor Greene thing, this is not going over well with a lot in the MAGA cult. Anyway, so we have that one. I came across this.
This is the news that MAGA Mike and Donald Trump feared the most, and we've been calling it here on the Midas Touch Network. It seems that there are numerous other MAGA Republican Congress members who are getting ready to resign, and in dramatic fashion, according to new reporting from Punchbowl News, which focuses their coverage on the happenings in the House of Representatives. Now, you'll recall that over the weekend, we reported first on the Midas Touch Network that we were hearing that more GOP House members were likely going to be resigning after Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned on Friday. And I went through the analysis that with the upcoming election, special election in Tennessee's 7th congressional district, where it's possible, it's going to be tough, but it's possible that the Democrats could pick up a seat there. And based on other special elections, if there was just another 2 potential resignations of MAGA Republicans, the House could flip and MAGA Mike Johnson could lose his speakership and the Democrats could gain control of the House of Representatives even before the midterms. That's even looking more likely than I expected. I still don't want to inject hopium into your veins yet, so I want to be very circumspect. But what we are hearing is that our reporting has been confirmed by this Punchbowl news report, and they have great sources on the Hill. So let's talk about what they're reporting. Again, here was the video that we posted over the weekend. You can see it right there. It's got about 800,000 views. So Jake Sherman runs Punchbowl, one of their top reporters also, says the following. A few other GOP members messaged us, meaning Punchbowl, over the weekend, saying that they too are considering retiring in the middle of the term. Here's one particularly exercised senior House Republican. So this is a senior House Republican Congress member saying the following. This entire White House team has treated all members like garbage. All. And Mike Johnson has let it happen because he wanted it to happen. That is the sentiment of nearly all appropriators, authorizers, hawks, doves, rank and file, meaning all of the Republican Congress members, regardless of kind of what their specific viewpoint they're known for is. The arrogance of this White House, these Republican Congress members are saying on background. The arrogance of this White House team is off-putting to members who are run roughshod and threatened. They don't even allow a little wins, like announcing small grants or even responding from agencies. Not even the high profile, the regular rank and file random members are more upset than ever. Members know they are going into the minority after the midterms. More explosive early resignations are coming. It is a tinderbox. Morale has never been lower. Mike Johnson will be stripped of his gavel and they will lose the majority before this term is out. Now go back to the report that I did over the weekend on Saturday. And for those who were saying, oh, well, Ben, you're being hyperbolic and this and that. This is a senior Republican Congress member source telling this to Punchbowl that exclusively reports on that.
We have some major news right now. A very large rally just broke out in Washington, D.C. titled Remove the Regime, calling for the impeachment and removal of Donald Trump. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of people on the National Mall right now as we speak, protesting and demanding the removal of Donald Trump from office, including hundreds of United States military veterans who came to Washington, D.C. yesterday. They marched, and today they're appearing as part of this rally. Now, right now, there aren't impeachment efforts on Capitol Hill. With Republicans controlling the House, the Senate, and the White House, any impeachment effort is really dead on arrival. But it has not stopped organizations like Flare USA from putting on this large rally. But these mobilizations continue to happen, and honestly, they don't make the president too happy, because he does not want to see protesters in his city where he is currently living, and that is what's happening right now. As always, spread the word. I'll have more updates about this and more, so follow along for all the news that you need to know about. Stay tuned. I'll have much more to come soon.
And people want to know who did it, and people want to know if they're still alive, and people want those people to be strung the hell up if they're still alive and they were diddling with women along with Jeffrey Epstein, and they can rot in jail alongside Ghislaine Maxwell or worse. But this is among many reasons why I have cut my ties with MAGA, why I have cut my ties with Donald Trump. You say that I'm not loyal to Donald Trump. You're damn right I'm not loyal to Donald Trump.
Guys, let me tell you, this second Trump term is going to be an absolute shit show. I know a lot of you are worried about what Donald Trump might do, and you should be. I mean, look, the guy is an extremist nut who has authoritarian dreams. But he's not going to be able to accomplish most of what he's going to try to do because his White House and this entire MAGA movement is going to be so dysfunctional. It's going to eat itself from within. already it's starting. We have lunatics on the MAGA right attacking co-president Elon Musk. They have finally realized that Elon Musk doesn't give a damn about MAGA, doesn't give a damn about Trump. He's in it for himself. He bought Donald Trump to pad his own pockets. Okay, this is all about Elon Musk buying a presidency to enrich himself. We all knew that.
Well, I did not see this one coming. Marjorie Taylor Greene has announced that she is leaving her position. She is not even going to stay to finish out this term. Her last day is going to be in January of next year. This is significant for several reasons. Number one, it is a huge sign that MAGA is it's on its last legs. I mean, MAGA is falling apart. She was one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters, and then over the Epstein files and also the Affordable Care Act subsidies, Marjorie broke from her party, which I commend her for on those. I never thought I would be saying that. But also, it reduces the Republican majority in the House. Mike Johnson is losing his grip, and this is going to really impair their ability to continue to just push things through. Opens up another seat for a possible Democrat to take over at the special election that'll have to be held. So, I did not see this one coming, but I will say that in the last several weeks, I have gained a little bit of respect for Ms. Greene for her stance and breaking with Trump on some major issues. And I don't know what caused her to make this decision to finally leave the party, but it's good for those of us who want to see this regime stopped. Go love your neighbor.
Is MAGA about to lose the House? New reporting from Punchbowl News says that a bunch of Republicans are going to follow Marjorie Taylor Greene's lead and start resigning from Congress. I've been speculating this since the end of the shutdown. This fracture first became apparent to me as we saw Republicans release the big trove of emails related to the Epstein files. And when Trump tried to rein in people like Lauren Boebert and Nancy Mace, women who often fall in line with him, he couldn't do it. It was a bad month for Trump. Democrats swept the election when he wasn't on the ballot. Republicans don't want to be associated with the Epstein files. It's been a year since he ran on affordability, and things aren't more affordable. And of course, ACA subsidies are not continuing. And so people's healthcare premiums, including mine, are about to skyrocket, and people blame Republicans. So what do you think? Is Marjorie Taylor Greene just the first domino to fall?
So let's start with the headlines blowing up the political internet. MAGA voters are mad again. Not at the media, not at the deep state, not at immigrants or wind turbines or gas stoves. No, they are mad at Trump himself. Yes, you heard that correctly. Now, after years of unconditional loyalty, I mean, they have defended this man harder than they defend their own password. MAGA voters are suddenly turning on Trump like an iPhone battery at 2%. Why? Because they feel betrayed, they feel abandoned, they feel like Trump has changed. The only thing shocking here is that they're realizing this in 2025 rather than, I don't know, 2015, right? And then we have Marjorie Taylor Greene, the forever firebrand, the queen of chaos, the person who could walk into Congress wearing a tinfoil hat and nobody would blink. She just resigned. Resigned as in voluntarily walked away. No subpoena involved. Honestly, I didn't even know that was an option in MAGA world. Her resignation hit Trump harder than one of his golf balls hitting someone else or someone's window. Now, suddenly, he's worried. Report says he's calling allies, begging for reassurance, like a student who just realized half the class dropped out right before the final exams. Now, because here's the real MAGA tea. MTG resigning isn't the problem. It's what it represents. A movement losing momentum, a party losing its grip, and a leader losing the people who were once his loudest megaphone. Trump now reportedly fears more resignation from other Republican members who have been quietly thinking, maybe trying my entire political career to a guy, or maybe tying my entire political career to a guy facing more legal issues than a malfunctioning robot wasn't the best long-term strategy. You know, those kind of thoughts. Imagine the discovery. Now, the MAGA base, which once seemed invincible, is suddenly looking like a cheap knockoff shirt you find at a flea market. Bold, loud, and on its last thread. And the voters, they are in full meltdown mode. Some are accusing Trump of getting soft. Some say he's not fighting hard enough. Some claim he's being controlled by the establishment. Yes, the same establishment he absolutely loves golfing with. The irony is priceless. Meanwhile, Democrats are sitting back like, we didn't even touch that one. They are doing it themselves. But let's zoom out. Something deeper is happening here. The MAGA movement has always relied on one thing: unity through outrage, right? As long as everyone had a common target, which is immigrants, liberals, drag queens, librarians, whoever, the movement stayed together. But the minute internal cracks appear, it becomes a house of cards in a windstorm. MTG leaving is more than a resignation. It's a warning sign. If she can walk away, imagine who might be next. Imagine what happens if donors step back. Imagine what happens if Fox News decide the drama isn't worth the ratings anymore. Trump knows this. That's why he's nervous. The movement that once shouted, "We will never back down," is now whispering, so who's leaving next? And honestly, who can blame them? The economy is shaky. Policies are backfiring. The shutdowns, the chaos, the political free-for-all. People are tired. Even some MAGA voters are realizing they've been promised steak but served cold fries. It's not the end yet, but it might be the beginning of the end. Movements don't collapse overnight. They crumble slowly, day by day, resignation by resignation, anger by anger, until one day people wake up and say, wait, why are we still doing this? And today feels like one of those days. So what does all this mean? Is MAGA unraveling from the inside? Is Trump losing control of his own base? Now, could MTG's resignation be the first domino to fall? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the chapter of American politics is getting messier by the minute. And I'm here for every single plot twist, right? Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts on the comment section. Do you think MTG's resignation marks the downfall of MAGA? Will more Republicans or more Republican members jump ship? And what happens to Trump if his own movement turns on him? Let's talk about it on the comment section. I'll be reading everything. I'll see you guys in the next video, and credit belongs to original creators.